Okay. As I stand right there for the camera. What's the big thing there? Watch how funny he is. He's so responsive to energy. She even just raises him just a little. He's like, wah, and he takes off. Wait. I love that little place.
Hi! What a cutie patootie. What a cutie patootie.
I just love watching him run. He attacks the ball. That's the kind of therapy horse that girl needs. He makes you laugh.
So what I want is him to connect to me, not please. Because I don't want it distracting him.
Hey, that's enough. Stop. Does your ball have a cover on it? Yeah, I just blew mine up super tight. I have a generator here, right here. You won't bring it. I know.
So I'm going to stay off center from the middle and give him options. So I'd already made it uncomfortable to go that way. I made it uncomfortable to go that way. I want him to think towards me. And he can go that way, but he can't go this way. So remember me doing this at the clinic?
Are you waiting for him to turn and face you?
Yep.
It's like, Mom, you're not helping.
So my energy is really relaxed.
No, I know it is. It's just that, however you respond. I know your energy is relaxed. He just thinks he doesn't. Me, I'm a pushover. He doesn't have to do anything for me.
He briefly thought about it. I'm trying to help him.
Okay, well, he turned towards you. He's like a little one. He's like a little.
Oh, there he gave a little rear. Hi.
He's really good at his rears now. He does like high-ho silver.
So he has an ear on me. He's paying attention to me, but he's not. He's still non-committal.
Would you say he's a dominant horse as well?
Oh yeah, just like how he just goes pushing into people like that. That's a very dominant act.
Gosh, I got 2 of them? What is he trying to teach me? I'm dominant.
He's thinking about it. Oh.
Do you think he'd be so tired? There's more running he's done in like for a month.
Hi.
He's looking. He's thinking.
Yeah. Hi. What a good boy. What a good boy. So remember, connection's number 1, right? Okay.
All that running before he was connected. Gee, Pono, you could have saved yourself a lot of breath if you would have just done this 5 minutes.
Yeah. What a good boy. Now I want it to feel really, really good to be right here. This is the best place in the world, and out there is hell. But I'm not making it like, you know.
He's licking and chewing. His eyes are getting half droopy.
So right now, he's less likely to do his act of turning around and pushing someone over, or kicking out, or biting. He's less likely to do that right now. Because now we have a connection. So because he's breathing heavy, I'm going to have him walk around with me a little bit. And I'm going to walk towards him like I did with Tovanar to initiate it. So I'm going to say, can we go this way? I want to be the one doing the pushing, not him. Yes.
He's tired. He's all dropped out.
So this is where I'm keeping my energy very relaxed with him. And I just want him to fall in love with the feeling of being with me. So now if... I wouldn't leave if I were you. Hi. Yeah. Good boy. See, now it took a fraction of the time. And I'm going to start walking behind him because I'm not going to beg him to be with me. Just like I said with Tovanar, we're not going to beg him to be with us. It's going to be comfortable to be with us, and it's going to be uncomfortable not to be with us. Good boy. Good boy. Good. Good. Yeah. So is there something specific you wanted to do with him today?
No, I can't really think of it.
So normally you said like when the kids were here, he was pushing into them, right?
Yeah, when they first came, and the girls came up to him, and I had him out here on the lawn, free grazing, and I said, just as I was about to say, hey, watch out, he's a nippy little guy. Emery went up to pet him from the side, and boom, he just body pushed her over. She's tall enough where she just goes, whoa, and he didn't step on her, but yeah.
So I'm going to grab the halter over here. What a good boy.
Here's a longer lead, sis, if you want me to bring this one to you. This one's like a 12, that's probably just like an 8.
because he likes to bite and he likes to body slam people.
Sounds like a wonderful pet. Are you talking about Bullet or the pony?
So with him, some things I might work on is first having that connection. Don't beg him to be with you. Okay?
Just do that.
If he leaves, yes. We'll start to go up behind him, and if he turns and faces you and decides he wants to come with you, then that's all you have to do. But if he doesn't, then you're going to say, well, let me help you go. And you're going to be off-center from the middle, so that you don't want him to pass you between you and the fence on the short side. And if he does, you just make a little commotion there. And he's also not allowed to stop in the corners. The only place he's allowed to stop is if he turns and faces me and thinks about coming to me.
Okay, then he can stop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, then I want him to come to me.
Okay, but what happens if he just stops? He's facing you.
Then I'm going to start working my way towards his hind end again.
Okay.
And then he has a choice. He could either turn and face and start coming with me. And that's where I'm going to wait for that front foot to commit to go forward.
Okay.
And he could come with me, or he can leave, and then I'll make it uncomfortable for him to leave.
Okay.
But I'm not going to beg him to be with me. I'm going to make it uncomfortable if he wants to leave.
You should have did that with Leo. Should have not begged him to want to be. I should have asked him off.
So I would do a whole lot of moving that hind end. Yeah. Good. And I do a whole lot of moving that front end away. I wouldn't do anything like have him side pass towards you right now. Because he needs people to say, I'm deciding where you put your body part, not you. I don't want, because he's learned that, he can, first it was probably he was getting scratches and, rub it on you, you get scratches. Now he just goes boom, and he's going to get you or he's going to bite. So instead I'm going to say, I'm going to decide where he puts his feet. And I'm going to move them laterally like that. I want his front feet over here. And I want your back feet over there. Now I want you to stand right there. And don't move. So Linda calls this the parking spot. So when I put him in a parking spot, I keep him there until he relaxes. And it's the same as ground tying. But now he has to stay there until further notice. If he moves, I put him right back. If he goes that way, I just bring him back, put him right back there. And he needs to stay there until he relaxes. And that's a good thing that you can do when you're out somewhere too. If your horse gets worried, put him in a parking spot. They can look around, they just can't move their feet until they relax. And they start learning that staying still in one spot is a great place to be because you get to relax. So then I want him to stay there until further notice. So I have an imaginary box or parking spot around him. And he needs to stay in it. And so I would do a lot of, right now, driving, moving the front end, moving the hind end, backing him up. Until he starts realizing that you're in charge of where he puts his feet, not him. He doesn't get to just go and do that to people. And once his respect is really good, then once in a while you can work on a little bit of side passing towards you, a little bit more draw, but it's got to be balanced. You've got to be able to have control of those body parts. You've got to be able to have that driving them away as well as drawing them to you. Because now he just goes, people like me, and I'm just going to go ram into them. And, so he's just learned some habits because he's a cute little boy that gets, that thinks he can do whatever he wants to do. And we have a tendency not to treat them like a horse.
Yeah, because they're so darling.
So I'm going to ask him to back up a little bit here. And move your front end over here. And move your hind end over there. Thank you. Now you can stay right there until you relax. And he's gonna be doing, if you do a little bit of this every day, he's gonna be doing a lot less of pushing into people.
Okay. Because he didn't start the pushing into people till last summer. He never did that. Deb. I don't know if it's an age thing, you know, because he's 2.5.
He says, I'm a cute little pony. I can do whatever I want. So he probably tested the water without you even knowing it.
Yeah, I think so.
Like, you know, I'm going to, like, the first beginning of testing the water is, if I was him, and I go, I'm going to get a little closer to the human, what's she going to do about it? Nothing? All right. I'm alpha. I try again. She did nothing? Now I'm really feeling like alpha. Now let me see if I can bite, because now once he thinks he's alpha, he can bite, he can kick, he can bump into you, he can do whatever he wants, because he thinks he's alpha over people now. And, you know, it's hard to be so cute. Because people let you get away with all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to see if he can come off pressure there. Yeah, good.
Oh,
Good.
you know one thing, sis, when we walk, like the farmer, you know, we walk down to the trail, he will always, he walks ahead. So I don't like to keep a taut rope, right? You want a relaxed rope, but if I have the relaxed rope, he goes in front. So I use my stick and I put it out, not in its blind spot, way out there, because I'm thinking you're running into the stick. I didn't run into you. So, but it's a constant. He doesn't get it, and so it's a constant tug, and I'm always on his face. I've done that. Okay.
So if he runs into it, he runs into it.
Okay. All right, I'll do that one too. I've done that one, but not the whole walk.
So if he stays next to you, you don't have to do it. If he starts getting in front, just go, let me know how that works out for you. So I'm not projecting it at him. I'm just swinging and saying, how are you going to handle this?
So in the arena, he's pretty good about staying on the sweet spot, but out on the street, not so much.
Well, do this in here, go out there, do the same thing. You have to be consistent whether you're in here or out there. All that tells me is that you act differently out there than you do in here. He goes, there's rules for the arena and there's rules for the road. So he doesn't have consistency, so he just goes, I can do whatever I want out there. I wouldn't lean on that if I were you. So I could do that same exercise that I did with Tovanar and say, you still got to go forward.
He's come back. He goes up the rear. Okay, I did my work. Here's the rear. I'm done.
Now move the hind end. Yep. 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 Now move the hind end. Now bring the front end over. Yes. Come off of that pressure. Come off of that pressure. Move the hind end. Move the front end. That way. Come off the pressure. Move the hind end. Move the front end. Come off the pressure. Move the hind end. Good boy. You do exercises like this where you're controlling. See how I didn't just have him go turn direction? I moved the hind end, then I pushed the front end over. That way, I'm controlling the hind end, I'm controlling the front end. He's not over, I can guarantee he's not going to try to bite me right now, or body slam me.
Oh yeah, no. And he doesn't try to bite me. When he body slammed me, I wasn't paying attention. I had my nephew in my hand.
Yeah.
That was the first and only time. Oh no, I thought.
So if I come in here with kids or anybody else with him, I'm gonna set the boundaries with him first. I'm gonna say, no, I want you over there. I want those feet over there. I want those feet over there. Now you go and stand over there in your parking spot. Because if you're not alpha, he's gonna be alpha. And then he'll learn his manners, and then he'll have more freedom. So move the front end over that way. Come off the pressure. Yep. Move the hind end. See, when I move the front end, I push the stick towards his shoulder. There we go. Move the hind end. Back up. Back up. So we weren't able to get so much into like giving them their responsibilities today, but we can work on that next time. Like starting a job and having them finish it, because we had to get Tovanar where he could back up good first.
Yeah, that was. I thought that was like the best lesson.
Yeah. So can you put your front feet over here? Can you put them over here? So I'm going to be a little bossy. Can you put your hind end over there? Can you put your front end over here? Can you put your hind end over there? A little bit more. A little bit more. Can you back up? You do a few minutes of this before you have someone come in. He's going to act a lot more like a gentleman. So first I got the connection. And then I got the relaxation. He hung out with me. He relaxed. Now I'm getting the responsiveness. Can you respond to light aids? Now he's going to act like a gentleman.
He looks beautiful. You guys look like you're in a show.
Yeah.
We have someone in the audience that laughs constantly.
Yeah. But see how his demeanor is different now?
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, this is where he's happiest. Because he knows I'm alpha now. He doesn't have to worry about things. I've got everything under control. So he's going to feel more at ease. He's not going to feel that pressure of having to dominate.
Right. He doesn't have to.
Yeah.
Relax.
He can relax now. Yeah.
So when I walk him, do the twirling, and he runs.
Immediately. I mean, as soon as he starts advancing, just get that going. And he's going to get tired of that and go, you know, I don't like running into that. But you're not going to project it at him. You're just going to swing it, and it's up to him whether he runs into it or not. And if he runs into it, he learns not to do that again. Or pretty soon he'll go like, oh, forget it. But he doesn't know his boundaries because he's used to being able to just, you know, run ahead if he wants or do what he wants. And so there has to be that consistency there. And then if you do that for 4 or 5 sessions, he's just going to be right by your side. And he's going to stop doing that. What a good boy. What a good boy. Yeah. See, and he's not upset about everything I did. He feels better. His ears are soft. Because if they were tight, that would be, it showed me I had a tense horse.
She's going to tell you his donger's out. He's all relaxed.
Yeah. This is where they want to be. So get the connection, get the relaxation, get the responsiveness. Then your horse is ready to do whatever you need to do, or teach, or whatever. What a good boy. See how he's kind of going forward, but then he doesn't commit?
Yes. So what do you do?
So I'm going to go up behind him, because I'm not going to beg him to be with me. So I go in a circle, because if I just go straight, I'm going to lose him, because he's not that connected yet. So I can get my circles to start being bigger and bigger and then add straight lines once he's more committed to being with me. But I'm going to help set him up for success. Yeah, see, he just pick up his pace right there. Now he's more committed, so I can start doing a little straighter or bigger circles. Good. So I'm just treating him like another horse. Come on. But see how I waited for him to pick up his pace before I got off of a small circle? And there, before I had him trot, I brought up my energy. And I'm like, I'm going to start trotting. You want to trot? I mean, I'm saying that in my head.
Yeah.
See, now I can use my stick to put a tiny bit of pressure back there. I don't want to do so much I scare him off. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. Good. Wanted to see if he would give me this side. That little head shake. Yeah. Good. Good. And because I got the connection, the relaxation, and the responsiveness, now I can do things.
I thought this was it. He's so good.
But I had to get all those pieces working.
I think that was easy. I think the beginning was really neat to watch.
Yeah.
You finally got him.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have known how long to do that.
Until he changes his mind and commits to coming towards me. As long as it takes. Looking at that clinic that we did, that one horse, it took a long time. I don't remember how long, but it was a long time. I started even questioning it, going, am I going to be successful here, you know? All these people are watching, and but then right after that it happened, so you know, I mean, it's just, you got to wait it out. Yeah. Wasn't that cool? Then I had liberty and everything. But if I don't have the connection, I'm not going to have that. If I don't have the relaxation, I'm not going to have that. If I don't have the responsiveness, I'm not going to have that.
Wow.
So if any of those are missing, I'm going to fix it.
See the sneezes and the head shakes too.
Yeah.
Look at that. Wow.
And I want this to feel really good. So I'm trying not to use a lot of treats with horses now, because I've recently learned, because I knew when they drop their head they get either or both of serotonin and dopamine. Now I know that when they get treats, they get dopamine. They get on dopamine. Okay? But we want them to connect to us, not the treats and not the dopamine. So when they connect to us, they get serotonin. So we want them on serotonin. So that's why I'm not using treats so much, because then they just want to get doped up on dopamine and not the connection drug, which is serotonin.
That's right.
Yeah. So I'll strategically still use treats. You know, like if they come to me in the pasture or here or whatever, I'll give them a treat. At the end of a session, I might give them a treat. Sometimes when they do something really good, I might give them a treat. But it's once in a while. It's not, you know, all the time, because I want them on serotonin.
So like when I call them with the bell and they come up and then I get them on the box, I treat them. That's okay?
Yeah. But if you're working on connection,
Okay.
you don't want to use treats.
Okay.
Right now, I want him on serotonin, not on dopamine. I want him to go, the best place in the world is to be with you. I don't want him thinking, I want to be by you so I can, you know, maul you for treats. Because then if you don't have treats, they leave.
He's in a deep trance.
Yeah, so I'm just hanging out.
So you never leave them when they're like this?
No, I won't leave them when they're like this. I hang out until they're done. Because he's on serotonin right now. He's on the bonding drug. Why would I leave him when he's bonding with me right now? I mean, he's processing, but he's still feeling that connection of being with me. And if I leave, then he's like, well, I thought we were having a moment. So I hang out until they're done. See, he's starting to come out of it now.
I don't know.
Well, he started to look around for a moment. But, you know, if I was to leave, I try to get him to come with me a little bit. Like, you know, because unless, like, the session's over and I just, you know, go ahead and have some free time now if I let him go. But right now, this is what I'm seeking, is that connection, more of that bond, where he's not thinking about biting me or frisking me or, you know, what can I get away with you? Yeah. So he may have been thinking about rolling there because he started to paw, so I'll back off and let him know it's okay. We're done. Yeah. Good. Down. And that's how I got Troubadour to start laying down on command, is I would see it coming and I would be with him, and when he went down, I'd go down on my knee too and I'd say down.
Well, that's what I started doing, remember? But I told you when I would start the line work, he'd go into a roll. And then I'd sit down with him and go, well, you're rewarding him for rolling.
Okay, but you weren't asking him to roll that.
Correct.
Yes.
So I don't
So it's at the end of a session that he's allowed to roll, and that's when you would say that. And then once he starts associating down with roll, then I can add a physical cue to it, like tapping him on the leg and saying down, when I know he's ready to. And then I start getting that, and then after a while I can just tap or say down, and then they'll start going down. But so I let it happen naturally like that, where they want to do it. What a good boy! What a good boy! So now I can leave because he rolled. You know, the session's over. You know.
Yay, Master Debbie! Bobby was making me laugh because she was laughing. You were laughing.
Hula, can you shut the lens of that camera, please? All you gotta do is flip it closed. The part that's open over there, the big part. Yeah, yeah, yep.